Thank you very much. अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे, entrusted to every school management. Fire safety is not just about complying with regulations. It is about protecting lives and being prepared to respond effectively in an emergency. The purpose of today's program is to create greater awareness of fire prevention, emergency preparedness, and the best practices that every educational institution should adopt to provide a safe learning environment. This initiative brings together the expertise of the Telangana Fire Department, the guidance of the School Education Department, the commitment of PRISMA to promote a culture of safety across schools in Telangana. We are also pleased to demonstrate how smart our monitoring technology can help schools continuously monitor the critical fire safety systems, enabling timely action and improved preparedness. At Basic Elements, we believe that awareness is the first step towards prevention. Together, through collaboration, preparedness, and the right technology, we can make our schools safer for every student, teacher, and staff member. I sincerely thank the Telangana Fire Department, especially DGFS Sri Vikram Singh Manji, for his keen interest and guidance throughout the planning of this event. The School Education Department, PRISMA, and each one of you for your valuable presence and support. I wish you all an enlightening session. Thank you. State President of PRISMA to address the gathering. Sir, may I request you to kindly.
Good morning, all of you. PRISMA, Telangana Recognized School Management Associate, Telangana Fire Association Toni, మన మేనేజ్మెంట్స్ ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ టీచర్స్కు అవేర్నెస్ ప్రోగ్రాం నిర్వహిస్తున్నాం. ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి తెలంగాణ ఫైర్ డీజీ శ్రీ విక్రమ్ సింగ్ మాన్ జీ ఐపీఎస్ గారు ముఖ్య అతిథిగా విచ్చేశారు. వారికి స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తున్నాను మన ట్రస్మా నుండి. మన ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి డైరెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ స్కూల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ డాక్టర్ ఈ నవీన్ నికోలస్ గారు కూడా వస్తానన్నారు. వారు అపాయింట్మెంట్ కూడా ఇచ్చారు. వారు ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ గారితో బిజీ మీటింగ్లో ఉన్నారు కనుక వారి బదులుగా మన హైదరాబాద్ డిఓ శ్రీ యాదయ్య గారు, హైదరాబాద్ డిస్టిక్ డిఓ గారు యాదయ్య గారికి స్వాగతం. ఈ యొక్క బేసిక్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ చైర్మన్ శ్రీ ప్రసాద్ గారు, ట్రస్మా స్టేట్ జనరల్ సెక్రటరీ శ్రీ కె అనిల్ కుమార్ గారు, ట్రస్మా స్టేట్ ట్రెజరర్ శ్రీ కె శ్రీకాంత్ రెడ్డి గారు, ట్రస్మా స్టేట్ ప్రెసిడెంట్స్ ఎస్ యాదగిరి గారు, వేదికపై హాజరైన వివిధ మండల్ ఆఫీస్ బేరర్స్, కరస్పాండెంట్స్, ప్రింట్ అండ్ తమిళనాడులో జరిగిన ఫైర్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ తర్వాత సుప్రీంకోర్టు కొన్ని నిబంధనలు ఫ్రేమ్ చేయడం జరిగింది. మన డీజీ గారు ముఖ్య అతిథిగా చేసి మనకు కావాల్సిన విధంగా ఒక ఎకానమీ స్కూల్ అవేర్నెస్ కండక్ట్ చేయడానికి స్టేట్ ట్రస్మా అండ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, స్కూల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ కలిసి ఇది ప్రభుత్వ కార్యక్రమం కనుక మనమందరం యాజమాన్యాలు మార్నింగ్ నుండి ఈవినింగ్ వరకు బిజీ షెడ్యూల్లో స్కూల్స్ను ఏ విధంగా అకాడమిక్ అన్ని యాక్టివిటీస్లో
అట్లాగే ట్రస్మా ప్రెసిడెంట్, సెక్రటరీ, మిగతా రిప్రజెంటేటివ్స్, అట్లాగే ఆల్ కరస్పాండెంట్స్, ప్రిన్సిపల్స్, ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ మీడియా, ప్రింట్ మీడియా అందరికీ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. నాకు జిల్లాలో హైదరాబాద్ జిల్లాకు సంబంధించి 2100 ప్రైవేట్ స్కూల్సే ఉన్నాయి. దాంట్లో దాదాపు 8 lakh స్టూడెంట్స్ ప్రైవేట్ స్కూళ్ళలో చదువుతున్నారు, 1 lakh గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూళ్ళలో. మరి అటువంటి వాల్యూ అయిన స్టూడెంట్స్ యొక్క లైఫ్ని ఎటువంటి హాని జరగకుండా చూసుకోవాల్సిన బాధ్యత మనం అందరి మీద ఉంది. కాబట్టి మరి ఇటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు చాలా ఉపయోగకరం. అట్లాగే మన ట్రస్మా ఇటువంటి కార్యక్రమాన్ని నిర్వహించి అందులో డీజీ సార్ ఫైర్ సర్వీసెస్ సేఫ్టీ గురించి వివరించడానికి, తీసుకోబోయే చర్యల గురించి, ప్రివెన్షన్ అనేది చాలా ముఖ్యం. అటువంటి జరగకుండా ఎట్లాంటి ఫాలో అవ్వడం, అట్లాగే జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోవడానికి తగిన సూచనలు, సలహాలు, ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఇవ్వడానికి వచ్చినట్టు డీజీ సార్ కూడా థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, వెల్కమ్ సార్. అట్లాగే అందరూ కూడా దయచేసి మీ పాఠశాలలో ఏమాత్రం చిన్న నిర్లక్ష్యం ఉన్నా కూడా అది దారి తీసే అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి ఎవరికి వాళ్ళ యొక్క స్టూడెంట్ కానీ, టీచర్ కానీ,
मैनेजमेंट एसोसिएशन श्री प्रसाद निष्ठाला, डायरेक्टर बेसिक एलिमेंट्स, श्री अनिल कुमार, जनरल सेक्रेटरी TRSM, श्री श्रीकांत रेड्डी, ट्रेजरर TRSM, श्री रामचंद्र, स्पोक्स पर्सन TRSM, from different schools, print, electronic, and all my dear participants. A very good afternoon to all of you. Just quickly show you a presentation. The fact of our society is that we don't give much importance to fire safety. That consciousness is not there among us. We take it as a burden, or we just don't have an idea. We will have no clue what to do about fire safety. What exactly is meant by fire safety? What is fire prevention? What are the fire precautions? What are the do's and don'ts? So today, with the support of Reddy Garu, who is the president of TRSM, and Mr. Prasad from the basic elements, we have assembled here to at least learn something about fire safety in schools. Already Mr. Reddy told that it is such a big organization. So many, about 12,000 schools are there with them. And naturally lakhs of students are studying. And as he mentioned, these are not the very high grade corporate schools, but they are a very large percentage of the total school system. So that is why the importance of today's event. I'll just give you a small presentation. I prepared a small presentation because it is my belief that on the one hand, where we should have laws, where we should have regulations, rules, at the same time to spread awareness and orientation among all sections of society, particularly among the school managements. For today's program, we have intentionally not invited the students because this auditorium is not enough. Lakhs and lakhs of students are there. For that, different level of awareness and orientations is required at different places, at different levels. So at least for a beginning, I felt that at least one program we should have where the school management representation is there, and along with that, the most important associations who are representing the interests of these schools. Because ultimately, any large body needs a voice. TRSMA is one of the largest organizations. I think apart from TRSMA, one or two more organizations and associations are also participating today. So that is very, very heartening, very glad to know that. My request to all of you from the management side, maybe you are the owners today, you may be a partner, you may have constructed that school building, or you may be the school correspondent, or you may be the principal, or senior vice principal, or somebody you might be from the administration head side. That is okay. My only request will be that once you go back after today's program, sit down, call all your management people, discuss with them, think about what are the measures you need to do and what you have done so far. The ultimate objective is that we should make our schools, whatever is the level of school, whether it is whatever, the safest place for any child. School should be absolutely safe for any child in whatever class he or she is studying. Here I think Mr. Reddy only mentioned that luckily, fortunately in our state of Telangana, we have not witnessed any such bad, unfortunate fire incidents in the school. So we are grateful to the Almighty and grateful to everybody. Every management, every school association, every committee, all the parent teachers associations, everybody, that maybe yes, we have been lucky so far. But I tell you, it is not about luck only. There are some things in life which you cannot leave only to fate or destiny. Ante destiny lo avutundi lekapothe mana karma. Let me be very clear, there is no karma here. It is our orientation, it is our awareness, it is our mock drills, it is our following the rules, regulations and guidelines, and conducting such awareness campaigns, taking feedback from all of you, taking feedback, and try to further improve the fire safety environment in the schools. It is as simple as that. I got a small PPT for the dignitaries on the dais also. I request you, if you want to go over and sit, you are free to please do that. It's a very informal gathering. Audience here will feel comfortable when I speak in English. And at the same time, I request all my media friends also to please give it a proper coverage so that often in such large numbers, everybody is busy. So how do we communicate our message regarding fire safety? It is through your support, through the media friends, all media, electronic media, print media, social media. Nowadays, lot of online माध्यम द्वारा प्रति ఒక్క స్కూల్ కి ప్రతి ఒక్క మేనేజ్మెంట్ తరఫు నుంచి ప్రతి ఒక్క పిల్లలకి వాళ్ళ పేరెంట్స్ కి మెసేజ్ పోవాలని నేను రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను. స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. హూ ఇస్ ఆపరేటింగ్ దే కెన్ బి అవర్ చిల్డ్రన్, దే కెన్ బి అవర్ గ్రాండ్ చిల్డ్రన్. child children they are maybe second or third grade in the beach mein, and those boys on the right and little senior, they are like 7 to 8, they are appearing more mischievous. So they are already, I think there must be 7th, 8th, 9th class type people, students. Yeah, next. Some data I will give you, because this today's program is also my duty as DG Fire Services. What are the existing guidelines? what are the existing norms that we follow and we all should follow. All the school management should also follow. Basically, in our state, we follow the NBC 2016 guidelines regarding the schools, I am saying. You know that NBC 2016, just about 2 months back, it lapsed. And now one new concept called NBCS, National Building Construction. These are guidelines that has come recently. So we have taken the best from all of them. NBCS is also very useful. There are some very good features of NBC also that we have adopted. Some points we are taking from NBCS. Also, I would like to tell you, after taking feedback from the associations and your interaction with all of us, recent Fire Act of Telangana. In that amendment of the Fire Act, we are taking feedback from different stakeholders, including from the schools, from colleges, educational institutions, all the educational associations, individuals who are in the field of education. Your feedback will be valuable when we come out with the amended Fire Act for the state of Telangana. Frankly, ఒకటి మాట ఒప్పుకోవాలండి. In our society, as I told, the general awareness and compliance with fire safety measures is very poor. Those of you who have gone to foreign countries, who have spent time abroad, traveled abroad, how much focus they put on fire safety measures and fire safety controls. Unfortunately, we are still in a very beginning stage of this aspect of the overall safety in our society. And this is, we are talking about the schools all the more. Apart from NBC and NBCS, Telangana Fire Service Act 1999 ఇక్కడ ఉంది. ఇంకా మేము అది అమెండ్మెంట్కి తీసుకువస్తున్నాము త్వరగా after once it is approved by the government. Then of course when it comes to school we talk about the Supreme Court judgment. You all know about the Supreme Court judgment because of his initiative way back in 2004. That boy, he filed a petition. Supreme Court took its own time to come out with a judgment in 2009 April, after almost 5 years. And maybe you are aware, you must be knowing, you are from educational field, Kabati. States did not bother to implement even that Supreme Court order. తెలుసా మీకు సుప్రీం కోర్ట్ 2009లో స్పష్టంగా ఆర్డర్ ఇచ్చింది, కానీ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టేట్ దీనికి పట్టించుకోలేదు. అగైన్ దట్ పిటిషనర్
looks like a bit of news, but imagine what would be the family who has sent their children to school or the function feel when a child goes to school and comes back as a body. For when we read in our newspapers, most of the times we feel sorry for a second. Our commitment, as sir was saying some time back, is limited. You know, when I am running a fire safety organization, the day a fire accident happens, that day we get a lot of inquiries. 2 days down, it all tapers. That should not be the case. The next slide, please. See, as school managements, you all understand that a child spends about 6 to 8 hours of his day in a school when he is going to school, and this becomes more, thereby it becomes more imperative that we make this space a very safe space for them to learn and enjoy it. So this, especially this kind of safety awareness programs. In fact, I would also like to tell all the managements here that as a part of FSAI, we do free training programs in your schools. If you are interested, please, you can reach out to any of well. Are you getting the ring? Hello, we are on talking terms, right? Yeah, you're getting it? See, this is what happens. If you install this in your school bus, if the bus is having a fire accident somewhere in Nagol and you are sitting here in the audience, Okay, can we silent? Can we silent the mobiles? So what will happen in your app also? Till then it was looking green, and now it is ringing. This, even if you are watching your reels, your Facebook or your Instagram or your WhatsApp, this app overrules every other thing that you are watching, and it will ring. And even if you have switched it off, if your mobile is switched off, also you will get this ring. So because it's an emergency. So we are working in the pre-detection space. What you have seen now is good for schools, your auditoria, your school buses. In fact, most states now have made this mandatory in the school buses. But we are trying to give a lot of value because those school buses, it rings and maybe only the driver can hear. Now, I'll show you in the subsequent slides how the management can see this. Next slide, please. This is how the whole thing works. I'm going to try to make it very simple. It detects smoke. It analyzes what is the problem. It gives you an alert on your mobile. And then the time for the responders to respond and protect the children. I'm not feeling in fact, I feel very obliged and thankful to God that He has given me an opportunity to protect children. And I would like to take it to the hilt actually. All children, we'll try to see that. In fact, in one of my earlier programs, we have covered 33 lakh children in India. Now, with this program, in fact, why I am doing this is I would like to cover more than 50 lakh children in India. That's my mission. Next slide. This is what happens when a school bus. Now you see so many buses, not only school buses, there are so many other buses that are getting on fire. In fact, the other day we were in discussion with the Transport Commissioner. He feels that this should be mandatory in all the electrical and long distance buses. Next slide. How does it look? Suppose as a school you have 20 buses and bus number 1 has a fire accident. This is how your dashboard looks in your school. You have this to many other states. In fact, 2 other states have invited us to set up the units in their places where they would give us a deep subsidy also. We would explore the possibility because we are looking at this not only can be in schools, it could be used in residences, your single shutter, your idli vada people also, or some simple medical shop where the ACs catch fire and so many things. You all must have known very recently what happened in Amirpet, near that Maitrivanam. All such, these are very economical and standalone things which would help in preparing fire safety. So, and next slide, is there a next slide? No. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for the patient hearing. Thanks for the audience. And in fact, as DG sir said, we would have loved a much bigger audience. Nevertheless, we have reached out to a certain amount of people. I would also request the associations and the media who's there to kindly spread this message so that safety of children, which is very close to our hearts, should entail. Thank you very much.
As a token of our respect and gratitude, may I request our volunteers to kindly present the potted plants and little sustainability efforts for the environment to our esteemed chief guest and all our other dignitaries on the dais.
Elements, I extend my heartfelt gratitude
to our Honorable Chief Guest, DGFS Shri Vikram Singh Manji, for gracing this occasion and for sharing this invaluable insight on the importance of fire safety and emergency preparedness. Your guidance, sir, and the leadership continue to inspire us all. So thank you very much for your kind presence and gracing the occasion and enlightening us on the fire safety, particularly for schools. I express my sincere thanks to Yadaya sir, the District Educational Officer, for his encouraging words and for your commitment in creating a safe and secure learning environment for our children. I place my sincere thanks to all the officials and dignitaries and the press, both print and electronic media, for coming and covering this event. And we hope that through this program we will be able to spread the word of awareness amongst all and work towards a safe learning environment. Thank you once again. Thank you all. And last not but the least, I would like to thank all the employees and members of Linga Basic Element who have put in all their efforts in making this event a successful event. Thank you once again. Thank you all.
Today at Ravndra Bharati Auditorium, we had an interaction session with the Telangana Recognized Schools Management Association. The entire committee was here, and along with that, the CMD and his team from Basic Elements organization. The idea of this event was to sensitize the school managements, that is the owners, the partners, correspondents, and principals. Today we have not called the school children, we will have separate sessions with them. We told them about the basic do's and don'ts, what are the lapses, what precautions have to be taken. The idea is that school is a place where children of all age groups, starting from nursery up to class 12, they go and study. And they are spending several hours in the school. So it is the responsibility of the management, the teachers, faculty, the owners of the school to ensure safety and security of the children, particularly regarding fire aspect. Unfortunately, fire safety related subjects are quite neglected. So today, as part of the series of campaigns which we are planning from Telangana Fire Services, we have done the first event here. The response was good, and I am sure the audience, they will not forget it just as a meeting. They will take it back, sit down with their schools and improve towards the fire and life safety aspects. If any kind of help is required from the department, sir, we are always welcome. Especially we lack a lot of awareness. So the whole focus was to give awareness and conduct more and more such sessions, give more and more focus on the demos, so that gradually this concept should come in the society that yes, fire safety cannot be taken lightly. 90% schools are not bending. See, it is all about regulation and enforcement. For that, it is the response. It has to be a collective response. It is not only the school, or it is not only about some private agencies, some auditors, some consultants, and it is not only about one department. It has to be a collective effort. That is why today we started with this first program, where we have brought together everybody. In fact, we are officers from the State Education Department also, and from Fire Services, of course. Then we have the experts, the auditors, the consultants, people who are in this field for the last 20-25 years, and of course the association bodies, the TRSMA and other also. So unless a joint and collective effort is made, only then we can slowly make some improvement. And schools being the most sensitive, today we started with this.